some strict laws to keep KOINADUGU isolated. And that is by Monday, this Monday coming. If you are in Freetown or you are in America, you want to go to Sierra Leone or you want to go to KOINADUGU with effect from Monday, there will be a roadblock. Nobody will get into KOINADUGU or outside KOINADUGU until the sanitization comes to an end for now. But right now, that is what is going on down in KOINADUGU. And that is not the only thing that you should know about. Because if you block KOINADUGU, isolate KOINADUGU, people have to eat, people have to drink, people have to do their businesses and everything. Here comes the greatness of Mr. MOMOH Konte. Mr. MOMOH Konte has created a fund for the business people, approved by the business people and approved by all members, stakeholders that were present in the meeting. And that is, he has provided 200 million leons, almost $50,000, at an account in Freetown. So for all the business people that wants to buy their goods, their commodities from Freetown or any part of the country, and they don't have the opportunity to travel out of Kabala or KOINADUGU, they will take their list and their money to the bank and pay the money in the bank. And there are agents in Freetown organized by Mr. MOMOH Konte that will take that list and provide all the commodities needed by the businessman or the businesswoman. Then they will ship it all the way to Kabala, deliver it right at your door, and that shipment is free. At the same time, those people that are taking those stuff down there, the commodities down there, will make sure they are not infected by this deadly virus. You see, that is why it's very difficult to say who is Mr. Konte. He is a giving angel to KOINADUGU. That is one. And during the meeting today, Mr. Konte did another wonderful act by providing 200 cartons of gloves. And not only that, and 2 cartons of bleaches, so that they will use those around when they are doing their job to prevent this virus from entering and spreading in KOINADUGU. These are all part and parcel of what Mr. Konte is doing right now, despite the fact that he is paying like 30 trainings to get around the entire KOINADUGU district, educate people about it. And that is not the only thing Mr. Konte is doing right now. I will continue to tell you, and I want you to listen to this beautiful music while you are waiting for Mr. KONTE'S activities in KOINADUGU, especially against Ebola, our enemy, the strongest enemy we've ever facing in Sierra Leone and in Africa. Ebola, don't joke with it. It is not a joke. Listen to what Madam or Mrs. Julie Banks said. If you are in the Western Wall or in the diaspora, play your part, play your role. Take your telephone, call your relatives back there. Tell them the importance of knowing what is Ebola, how dangerous Ebola is. Ebola is not a toy. Ebola is a killer, and a real killer. So don't let them joke with it. Educate them about Ebola. There's no joke with Ebola. Thank you for listening to the Voice of Equality. For your latest news about KOINADUGU, the land of powerful mixture and love. Now, as I am speaking right now, the second round of sensitization will kick off next week. Next week, the second round of sensitization will kick off, headed by Dr. Samura, Fasine Samura, the APC chairman, will be heading that trip, and with Mr. Balakun Konte, they will be heading that trip, sponsored and financed by Mr. Konte, Mr. MOMOH Konte. What a wonderful job done. And that will be the second time of sensitization. And these are the things we will look at and say, this is not an ordinary human being. He is an angel given to us by the Almighty God, creator of mankind. And now let me tell you the next trip. And after this one going on right now, the next educative trip will be, right now, Mr. Konte has donated 100 copies of DVD about Ebola documentary from Congo, where it first started. This DVD will be played in the entire KOINADUGU district, village to village, town to town, headquarters to chiefdom headquarters to chiefdom headquarters, everywhere in KOINADUGU, to educate the people how dangerous Ebola can be. So I don't know what I will say about Mr. Conte right now, because all what Mr. Conte is doing for KOINADUGU right now, for his people, is like a giving uranium to KOINADUGU. The single man with few helpers that is standing firm to stop Ebola on its track, not to enter that peaceful land of the Sahel, KOINADUGU, the beautiful land at the northern side of Sierra Leone. Thank you, Mr. Conte. We don't know how to praise you. We cannot praise you. All we will pray for is for you to stay longer and longer as far as life is concerned. Thank you, Mr. Conte. Thank you one more time, because I don't know what to say about this. You've been doing everything, despite the fact that we don't have Ebola in KOINADUGU right now. But yet still, Mr. Conte is deciding to rectify, construct a ward, an isolation ward that will take place in Kasompeng. That will be constructed in Kasompeng. Instead of Katombo, it will be Kasompeng. That's a mistake. Typographic, well, that was a mistake, Lipsingwa anyway, but it will take place in Kasompeng. So, my brothers and sisters, what else can we say about Mr. Conte? The man that has given all his energy, his time, his talent, and his resources to prevent Ebola to invade his people in KOINADUGU. Thank you, Mr. Conte. And thank you, Dr. Samura, Fasine Samura. Thank you, Dr. Kaifala Mara. Thank you, Mr. Mansare FL Mansari. Thank you, Mr. Peter Bayugu Conte, and thanks to everybody, all employees of MOMOH, everybody that is supporting Mr. Conte to make this thing become a reality. And it's a war that we must win. We should help Mr. Conte to win this war. It's a war that is necessary to be won, because there is no way we can win this war without cooperating and educating our people. And we are all responsible for that. Yes, you don't have the finance, or you have the finance, you don't want to contribute,